Hey, what is up, everyone? So for today, basically we're gonna be going and helping out my friend go get a 335i. Basically a little bit of background on him. This friend, he's actually been looking for a he's just been looking for a car in general. We kind of ruled a couple cars out and what he can and cannot spend. So we eventually went to the budget of where he wanted a 350Z. Because he wanted to be able to track it. He wanted it to stay NA for some reason. I mean, he still wanted a boosted car, but he was thinking about boosting the 350Z. And then eventually, of course, he tried to look at a 135i as well. We kind of went back and forth of what he wanted to be able to achieve with the car. Because when we talked about the 350Z, he wanted an HR. When we spoke about getting a 135i, he was kind of aiming towards the N55. But as well as he kind of wanted the N54 just because it was a little bit cheaper. Of course, when we were looking at this car was a little bit more expensive. And even if we looked on the used market, it's still kind of expensive to buy an N55 one versus an N54. Most of the N54s that we saw that were private owners, just, they had little things here and there that would just add up in cost for what we want it to be. So we just said, you know what, we'll just take a break and whatnot. And then of course I told him, well, if you want the same engine, just a slightly bigger car, why not look into a E92? Of course he was looking into coupes mainly, before there wasn't an issue. And, we looked into the 335i, and we found this one that seems to be super clean. So we're going to go check it out. I mean, it's just kind of weird. The guy's only had it, I guess he said he bought it, he only drove it for 500 miles. The car does have 119,000 miles. But he said he bought it from the dealership. I'm not entirely sure how long ago. To me, it seems like he bought it maybe 3 years ago. He actually did drive it a bit. We looked at the Carfax maintenance stuff and whatnot. It's kind of weird. So of course I told him he let me know of everything, and I've been helping him through the process. And I told him, you know what, let me go with you, and since I have the Pro Tool, I'll scan the car. I'll look into it, see what we can find out of it. If there's any shadow codes, if any of the stuff are like kind of damaged or anything from internally. But we'll see how it goes. All right, I'll bring you guys along. He said, yeah, it's fine to record. I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to record the process of the whole buying the car, because, I'm going to keep that part maybe kind of separate for him. I might just go around and show you guys the car before he buys it, or even after he buys it. But for now, let's just go there, see what's up, and then I'll report back to you guys. Leave it in D for now, see how it does.
Huh?
Did you manually shift it, or did you leave it on D?
No, I manually shifted. I'm waiting for it to switch back though. There you go.
Unless you want to keep driving though.
No, I'll go back around.
Yeah, more, and then these cars, they got all, like, you gotta have fucking certain tools and all that extra shit.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, I don't know, get into all that extra. I got it there, so I'm already not smart when it comes to cars, let alone as a beamer now.
Yeah.
I got my brother though.
the guy was kind of okay with me filming. I didn't want to film too much. You know, I kind of filmed when I was in the back seat when we test drove it a little bit. And we're gonna go ahead and kind of just go down the list of everything that was wrong with that car, because I guess cosmetically it just has a dent here. Or like it had a dent right next to the driver door in the quarter panel actually. Alrighty. So again, we got done with the car. We saw what was wrong with it, and you know, again, I think I mentioned to a lot of you guys about Pro Tool in my last video. Like 2 videos ago, I showed you guys about how to use it, why and why you wouldn't want it. Again, this is one of the reasons why I still have it, is because I know a couple of friends who want to get into some BMWs, so it's always good to have that tool with you to actually inspect. And I really wish I recorded most of the process that I was doing there, but the guy was there, my friend was looking there, and I just felt kind of weird just trying to record and talk at the same time with them and show you guys and them. But basically, what had gone on is we looked at what was going on with the footwell module, which had like 3 different codes. One was apparently the reverse taillights weren't working. He said he swapped them out. We weren't sure what was going on, but it still kept coming up. Then the passenger side mirror, it said faulty as well. Something about the dashboard being faulty. The telephone communication was faulty. What else was there? The transmission itself, it had a code which said that I think it was the Steptronic wouldn't really work. And then when you guys see the test drive footage, it was only a very short period of time for it. When you would drive it, indeed, it actually did work. It would drive normally, but when you would put it into the manual mode, or just, you know, the Steptronic mode of it, when you would shift it, it wouldn't go. Like it struggled so much just to change into a gear. The stereo wouldn't play music. That actually did not pop up on my end. I'm not entirely sure why that did not come up, but I was just scanning through what codes were there and what was not. I never went into expert mode to really look into all the issues, but that was just one of them. I have a whole folder. The thing about Pro Tool, it lets me save all the folders, so I'm going to go through all that later. The car was completely stock, actually. It had a lot of cobwebs because the guy did say it was sitting for a while, and he was right. I mean, there was cobwebs everywhere on the car. The car was filthy dirty, but the interior was clean. Interior bits here and there were missing, which was kind of like sketchy to me, that, you know, these interior bits are still missing, but yet you wanted to, I mean, I guess he priced it at a good price and we negotiated it down still, but for what he was still asking for, it seemed like there was a lot more under the car. There were some kind of sketchy stuff about it, like he told us that he only drove it for 500 miles and whatnot, but when we checked the Carfax afterwards, it kind of seemed like the car wasn't bought from where he said he bought it from. It doesn't seem it was bought the time frame that he said he bought it from either. He said a lot of stuff, basically, that as soon as we pulled up the Carfax, after we saw the car, because the person who pulled the Carfax for us got it till afterwards, again, none of his story actually added up. So, I mean, maybe he did have the car for a while, and maybe he knew these issues were going to happen, and he just kind of decided to say, I'm going to sell it, and I'm going to get the most money out of it, and that's it. Or maybe he was, you know, just not wanting to say when he bought it because he wanted to say, oh yeah, I only put 100 miles on it. I don't know, but his story was just kind of more of a red flaggish kind of thing. I guess my friend, when he drove it, he said the steering wheel was kind of hard, and I'm assuming that has to do with the power steering. The fluids are probably old. It's never been changed, never been serviced. So that was kind of like a quick fix kind of thing. I mean, it could have been. You know, we never really went under the car to check for any leaks. But everything else actually looked like it was pretty good. Again, fully stock car, no mods to it. Even the charge pipe was still left untouched. As you can tell, I'm in the garage again, on my desk. But basically, I didn't know. I think actually the camera actually ended up having a full memory, which I completely forgot to I completely forgot to erase most of the stuff that was on there. So it kind of cut me off through the middle of it. But where we ended off was nothing actually came about. You know, I think I mentioned to you guys about the codes. I actually came onto the tablet itself and I made one little simple mistake where I'm trying to pull it up right now. Where when I came into this, I came to diagnostics. You can come into here. Let's open this guy up real quick, and we'll do it just to HTML viewer. I forgot to save the codes. Again, it's not even my car. My friend's not gonna buy it, but I know which codes were bad. I wish I could have just kept them all. That way I can give you a list of all the ones that were bad. But again, it was the trans. I think that was an EGS 5076 or 0075. One of those codes, that's what it was, which was basically just said that there was a faulty trip. It said trip dash odor, so odor or whatever, so tripometer. I'm assuming that's what it was trying to talk about. Again, faulty reverse lights and whatnot. Mechanically, it was fine, but after we test drove it and after like really getting the engine warmed up, it did start to smell like oil was burning from the outside. I'm assuming it's just because the car was sitting. There's a lot of cobwebs on the car. And then afterwards, of course, reverse lights wasn't working. Telephone for like Bluetooth connection wasn't working. There was just a lot of stuff that wasn't working with that car. But I mean, if it was someone who needed an N54 for parts, I'm assuming, or wanting one that they can actually mess around with, maybe do a manual swap, something that they have money invested to, maybe could have been your car, but we just decided not to take the chances with that car. But yeah, I just wanted to at least go over everything just in case something that I missed out. I really don't remember because I got home, I started doing some other stuff, reviewing other stuff as well, and I kind of just really forgot about filming the rest. But then again, car was okay. Yeah. But yeah, just let me know down below if you guys believe that maybe we should have got the car, maybe we shouldn't have. Would you have taken the car, knowing that the transmission may or may not be bad? Yeah, let me know down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next one. Bye.